quite studious.
Ooh.
Just, you know,
You were You were doing JBLL. What a tragedy.
Damn. JBHL, the pits of hell.
We all
big
love
Yuppie's
JBLL.
UP
We are
is
all
in
playing
here.
JBLL next
Oh
season.
my god, Yuppie's in here?
Big
He just
Yup.
wants to watch, bro.
Yeah, just wants to watch. You guys ready?
Stan V, welcome down, welcome down, Vac.
he's not on the stage.
Yo, this girl I'm talking, bro. This girl I'm talking to.
Oh
is
wait,
a hockey
hold on.
goalie.
We're live, as in like live, as in they can hear us.
Oh,
Oh wait, well, it's live.
All right. Hi, my name is Salt Lakes Bagels. S20 BHL Cup champion here with Sheep, my favorite media personality ever. Zombie Magikarp I don't know, 26 Cup champion
Yes.
for the Boston
26.
Grizzlies, and one of arguably the best Irish BHL players of all time, Panicked. And we're here for JBHL finals, the Chilliwack Chiefs at the Alberta Stallions. Really, all I gotta say about these two teams, I'm gonna be in the middle here because I've been the head coach of the Alberta Stallions and the Chilliwack Chiefs, and I don't want to pick a side. I have both of these have a special place in my heart, and I don't want that to spike my opinion. So I'm gonna go in the middle. If there's a goal, I'm cheering for any sides. Sheep, what's your thoughts?
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about this Alberta Stallions team that has been looking like absolute monsters, not only throughout the regular season, but throughout these playoffs. It really comes down to two players for this team. It's Splice Prime, it's DBGXO. This is the dynamic duo of scoring for this team. If you see these two get active, believe goals are going to start coming.
All right. What's your thoughts, Pranix? You're an EU player, and I've heard you know a lot of ball knowledge on both these teams.
Yeah.
Let it rip.
I have played for CWC. I know every single player in that team. I've also played against Alberta, so I've studied their game. This is going to be an amazing, fantastic game with the goalie matchup of Big Money Man and Flofi, both 10 out of 10, both Vizina winners on their day. But if they're off their game, it's going to be a real letdown for this team. I believe Chiefs are going to take this first game. You know?
Actually, great take. And finally, our most recent BHL Cup champion, who has his name on the cup and is getting the champ stick, Zombie Magikarp.
Yes. Hello. Basically, I agree with Panics. It's gonna be up to the goalies more. Because Floppy's had a really good playoff run, and so has the Chilliwack Chiefs goalie. And it's just gonna be whoever makes the more mistakes first. That's all it is.
All right. Before we go down, I got two messages to say. One, happy holidays from everyone here in JBSN. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year from all of us here from the desk. Please enjoy. And also, we're gonna make a little plug. Go to store.blocky.com to get all your merchandising for what you want at this game to look sty and score some nice goals. Anything else from you guys?
Well, I actually wanted to jump in here. I think what's really interesting about this particular series is that they're only playing the first 3 games today. The second 2 will be played tomorrow, but it only needs to go to 3. Remember, this is a best of 5 series. This is a really big deal because if one team can just take all 3 in a row, it could be maybe the most dominant finals we've seen in a very long time, and it's a huge statement to the rest of the league that we are the best.
I see that. Also, right now, both of these teams are survival of the fittest. They were going against tough teams that were well-rounded and definitely had chances to go to this final, but they proved their worth. They proved they were best. Chilliwack, yes, they were a 1 seed and proved that from the entire time, but Alberta crawled back. Alberta, at one point in the season, really couldn't get a foothold until they asked older players to step in and play for them and try to prove their worth, and they really did. And I think it's going to be a great matchup. That's honestly, I think it's going to go into a goalie battle.
Yeah.
Well, that timer counting down means there's only one thing left to do, and that's to get these players out on the ice and fight it out. These are the two best teams in the league, the number 1 and number 2 seed respectively. The President's Cup trophy sitting securely on the Alberta side. These are the two teams that you are looking to if you want to look at who's the best in the league. Spliced Prime is going to start us off with that puck, trying to get it past Bensky foot, but Bensky just going to send it right back down, and Spliced Prime is going to send it forward. Now, what you'll see a lot from the Chilliwack Chiefs, they love to play that 1-2 style. They're going to send one player up to get aggressive. They're always going to keep a player behind the puck. They do not like giving up free opportunities, and they love taking ones of their own. It's the solo offense from the Chiefs that's going to get the first shot on the board, but that one is going to get knocked down by Floppy. Here comes Spliced Prime, though. On the other side, you'll see Alberta is a much more cohesive team, I would say. They like to work together. They like to use that teamwork, get the puck up the boards, pass it to each other, make sure that everybody's getting involved, both on the offense and on the defensive end. Although it does mean that sometimes they can get caught out of position drastically, and it can cause a lot of problems. CWC, though, trying their best to get some offense going, but right now, it's been all Chilliwack all day.
Yeah, honestly, with Alberta, they're very traditional with their styling. DBG is now out, so the old Uncle line is out. What I've seen recently with this Alberta team is that they really rely on that slot and getting right in front of your face. So I feel like they just, if that Chilliwack squad gets rid of that scoring chance, like half of their scoring chances are immediately gone.
DBG trying to do all these things by himself, but this time it's not going to work out because you've got Barrett Family 4 playing defense, and Barrett Family 4 has been a recent addition back to this lineup. It's been so long since we've seen that name, but coming back for playoffs, making huge impacts, scoring so many crucial goals to get the Chilliwack Chiefs even to this point in the season. As Barrett Family 4 is going to watch as their teammate TBH Silence going to make some headway on that puck, tries to move it forward, but Dark Clip is going to hit it right back. DBG, though, going to find a nice shot, and Dragon Ball Z, the goalie this time, is going to be able to block it down. You'll be interested to see that Big Money Man, that's the traditional goaltender for this Chilliwack team, not starting. It will be Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball finds another nice save. The rebound almost got dangerous, but that shot gets hit down, and now TBH Silence doing it again, hits it off the post, but that one is going to get knocked away before it becomes dangerous. W Royal out on the ice, still the fifth player, wide open, post abuse, makes it easy. W Royal is left to feast, and the goal is gonna go Alberta's way.
Quite an awful line change coming off of that Chilliwack squad. It really was the worst time, and Royal capitalizes off of it. Right now, what I've seen right now is it's a very traditional, like I mentioned earlier, very traditional. They want that forward up and being quite aggressive, while that Chilliwack team's being a little more mech heavy, getting those passes out. And I think the one thing both these teams struggle on is their sloppy defense. Like, there is a little, like, even the slightest mistake in a final appearance will cost these types of goals, and Alberta capitalized.
I mean, you would think that Chilliwack would be so much better on the defensive end. Throughout the regular season, they were one of the top defenses in the league, one of the best, and they've been looking terrible so far in this game. That line change is horrendous. You can't give a player, no offense to W Royal, this is not the biggest threat on the ice, and you're giving him wide open opportunities to just hit it off that post, get an easy get easy slot passes, and make easy goals. This is not how you can start playing the game if you're trying to win. Alberta Stallions continuing that offensive push, and Bensky is going to have to turn it around, but W Royal back with that puck, gets it taken away by Teamo. Teamo trying to do something with it. That's a nice pullback. Teamo wide open, but the whiff is going to cost, and Nate Terpesta going to run all the way back to grab that one, pick it up, keep that offense rolling. It's a huge missed opportunity, and the Chilliwack Chiefs smacking their foreheads. Teamo gets another opportunity. That shot is going to go so far wide, doesn't even touch the post. Now Teamo trying to find a slot pass, but there's just not enough juice to even get close to Bensky, playing so defensively. And Chilliwack Chiefs, they are trying their best, but nothing is falling in their favor. The cards are not falling their way.
Right now, I think that Teamo missed play, where that could have been an easy goal and could have equalized it, is the equivalent of the double doink for Chicago fans of the NFL. And I think right now, he's trying to prove himself and prove that he is a player. But right now, Alberta's been in their face and in everything against Chilliwack. Right now, they've been really pressured onto every play. And honestly, it shows.
And this is what I've worried about with this Chilliwack team. If their individuals are not firing on all cylinders, they look like a nothing burger on offense. They can't find decent quality shots because they are so committed to letting their stars eat. Let the big dog eat, they say. But when the big dog doesn't have a mouth, it's kind of hard to eat anything. DBGXO wants to take that one away. Going to steal that one away from Bear Family 4. Going to get it back, but the double pullback so easily read by DBG. Steals it away again, and how DBG is going to bully that puck forward. Finally gets it taken away by TBH Silence, but the clock ticks down, and there's just not enough time for the Chilliwack Chiefs to make anything of this first period. A lost period for the Chiefs. It's going to cost them the lead. It's going to cost them an early advantage in game 1. 3, 2, and 1 ticks down the timer, and it will be Alberta Stallions in the lead in the first period of game 1. Back up to the desk.
With that is the end of the first period. Alberta leads by 1. Like I said, Chilliwack really work when they have time. I think Chilliwack is the type of team where if you give them too much time, they make dangerous plays that are literally 1, 2, 3 shoots, he scores. Literally, that's all that Chilliwack really is. But Alberta is really putting pressure on both the D-man and that offense and really killing any chances that this Chilliwack team has. As you look at the shots here, they're 5-1. And it really is a tough scene to see from both of these teams who've really worked their ass off to get where they are today. And I think right now, I think Chilliwack can make a comeback. I think they have that spirit in them. Like you said, they are a nothing burger, but it's like how they say in Philadelphia, hungry dogs run faster.
Well, I actually wanted to send a question over to Praynex. Praynex, I know you're watching this game. You're kind of, a resident Chilliwack expert. What do you think they have to do to get back in this game?
Look, this is how you beat ALB. This is like a guide to beat ALB. You stop them in the corners, they won't be able to do anything. If you beat them in the corners, they lose DBG's offense. And they also lose Splice Prime. But they just been letting them do whatever they want. They're getting outshot 5-1. When they get their shots, they're not taking them. They're whiffing. It's just like you just really need to, the better team's gonna win. Like the more hungry team's gonna win, and it just look like they don't want it. They just want to go home. Like
and Zombie Magikarp, I want to quickly get some analysis. Is this the floppy that you expect to see? The floppy that's been popping off all playoffs long? Is this what you want to see from that goaltender?
Yes, especially if Chilliwack does what Panic said and shut down Alberta, Poppy needs to step up and be that person.
It has been a successful period so far, but the game is far from over. Chilliwack Chiefs looking to recenter, get themselves back out onto that ice, looking prime, looking dominant, but it will only be prime on the Alberta side, at least with the puck, as Teamo's going to win that faceoff, but not going to get much off of it. Going to get bullied immediately away. Splice Prime and Kissington going to segregate him over to the boards. Now Splice Prime's got some space to work up. Bensky watching, but can't get anything off of it. Still has that puck. It's Splice Prime. Nice pullback. Trying to find the slot pass. Kissington waiting there to receive it. Splice Prime, there's the pass. Kissington tries to run forward, but the collapse comes through, and that puck comes out of the center of the ice. A dangerous opportunity going to get segregated away. Floppy, nice save to stop the solo play from Teamo, and Teamo's going to be able to regain control, but Splice Prime bearing down on them fast. That's a nice move from Teamo to at least get some pressure going, but Kissington is right there to receive it, going to get that puck directly back into Chilliwack Chiefs territory. Now Bensky Foot battling with Kissington. Bensky going to send a pass down, but Splice Prime picks it up with free shot as well, but Bensky Foot reads it like a book, sends it up, and I'm stumbling over my words here. As the stamina ticks down, line changes are going to become a priority for these teams.
Right now, both these teams, I think there was a mental thing for Chilliwack. They do have another shot on board. They feel like, oh, speaking of which, free opportunity, shot, save!
That's a huge save too. TBH silence all the space in the world, but Floppy so willing to get aggressive. It's exactly what you want your JBHL keeper to do. Play like a third skater sometimes. Sometimes these opportunities are so free, and when you're just able to put a body in front of it, Barrett Family 4 almost makes something happen, but a body was put in front. Dark Clip and DBX. My God, I'm stumbling over his name. That's how goated Barrett Family is playing right now. They are getting dragged around by this guy, but the shot just can't be found, and TBH Silence is going to have to play some defense on their own side. Now TBH Silence waiting behind the goal, taking a forward, gets beaten out by DBG. Now DBG trying to make some magic of their own, but TBH Silence going to shut that one down very quickly. Barrett Family 4 now with the puck again. DBG will not let this puck pass. Barrett Family 4 trying to take it to the other side to get away, but DBG wants all the smoke. He wants all this puck pressure, and Barrett Family 4 trying to get it down the boards, finally going to make it happen, but here comes the line change, and W Royal back out on the ice looking disastrous for this team, and Chilliwack Chiefs cannot clear this puck out. Here comes Teamo going down the middle up for Bensky. Bensky trying to work it, but W Royal steals it right back, and it's Alberta Stallions who are just letting the punches fly. Teamo, oh, another rebound. That might be huge, but that one goes wide as well. It's the post abuses that aren't landing in CWC. No shots available.
Right now, I think both of these teams, with Alberta, they're excelling in offense and really getting those chances through. But right now, for Chilliwack, it's a very defensive mindset. They want to get those chances through, but they just keep crumbling on them like a piece of feta. And right now,
I was going to say, sorry, like as you were trying to say, I mean, like they're getting opportunities. It's not like they're not getting these wide open solo opportunities, 1v1 versus the goalkeeper. It's just that Floppy is beating them every single time. W Royal is trying to get a solo opportunity of their own, but the Dragon Ball Z doesn't even need to touch that. Chilliwack, I think fundamentally they're playing better defense. They've got more people back to where they need to be. It's just not working offensively, and it's not working defensively when you've got the best goalie in the league absolutely dominating you in the paint. Splice Prime, Barrett Family 4, trying their best. Splice Prime is actually going to be able to gain control. The two stars fighting over this puck, but it will be Splice Prime to send that slot pass over. TBH Silence so willing and ready to receive that, and Splice Prime has to play defense once again. Kissington going to come back to help out, but Splice Prime doesn't need no help, not against TBH Silence. Oh, TBH Silence has a huge steal, wide open shot too, but tries to find the pass, and Barrett Family 4 is not fast enough to receive it. 1 minute left on the clock in the second. It's been quiet for both teams, but there have been opportunities. Splice Prime working it forward with the puck, looking for the pass, takes it by themselves, but the huge glove from Dragon Ball Z will stop the opportunity from coming alive. Kissington was wide open in that slot. Splice Prime tries to find the post abuse, but that one goes wide as well. And as the time ticks down, the period may be quiet, but these teams are very loud.
Yeah, right now I think people are stepping up, but also the one person I do want to highlight is Barrett Family 4. He really had a transformation both as a player and personality-wise, because the league used to hate him. He used to sling slurs. He used to be really a obnoxious little guy. But under the wing of Angry Ginger Boy and in Chilliwack, he became a different person and a star player that I think is going to get drafted really high.
The shame he's retiring, you know?
Yep. Sitting back on the desk here with my mates, and I wanted to send the first question over Zombie Magikarp's way. I mean, you're watching this game, you're watching that second period. It feels like everything is falling in Alberta Stallions' way.
Yeah, it's Floppy's making momentum save after momentum save, and it's just carrying Alberta to get more and better opportunities and just depleting the Chilliwack's morals and stuff.
Yeah, and Pranex, I have to ask once again, it feels like Chilliwack, they are getting chances. They are getting times where they have time with that puck to work with, but it's just they're not turning it into anything. Do you think that's a problem with the individuals are not turning on, or do you think this is an entire system problem that needs to be reworked from the ground up?
In my opinion, I told them before the game, they're going to get plenty of breakaways. Don't pee through it from the blue line. It's not going to go in. They're just not listening. They're just keep on P3ing it. Keep on P3ing it. They should be really taking it around the goalie. They have the skill. They just don't have, they're just not using up their brain. They're just seeing goal. Oh, I shoot, and they miss. It's Come on now.
To jump
Yeah.
on what you said, Preynex, my bad for cutting you off.
No,
They
please.
really, with Chilliwack, like you said, they really like have a P3 mindset. But also with Alberta, of how like up close and personal they really get. Their main opportunity is just get that crouch in and be the bigger person. They want to be the big bear in front of this little skimpy little guy. So I think right now with this Alberta mindset of prove you're bigger, I think Chilliwack really needs to go around the bigger and shoot for the stars.
It's shoot for the stars might be the name of the game, but right now, if you shoot for the stars, land on the clouds, they're landing right back down on the ground, and a fall that far is going to hurt real bad. Third period kicking off. Only a 1-goal lead separates these teams. It's Alberta with the advantage, and Chilliwack, they need to find something, a little bit of sauce, a little bit of electricity to make something happen, because if the game things keep going as they have been, they will be losing game number 1 in a devastating fashion. TBH Silence and Bear Family 4 are going to start off the proceedings, and TBH Silence is going to take it to the corner, trying to find the slot pass, does it all by themselves, but Barrett Family 4 can't get there in time, and W Royal so happy to clear that one out. The one goal of this series scored by that man off a bad line change from Chilliwack. There's the slot pass, but there's no teammate to help. Nate Terpesta so happy to play all the way back at the blue line. That's a defensive mindset as W Royal takes a slammer right into the chest of Dragon Ball Z. He'll be breathing heavy after that one. Barrett Family 4, though, still with control of the puck, trying to get it past W Royal. Going to read the pullback very nicely, and here comes Barrett Family 4, the star, trying to make a star play, takes the shot out of nowhere, but Floppy expects it, positioned perfectly to receive it, and Nate Terpesta going to have to find the pass forward, going to take it out for W Royal. Now W Royal working it forward. This isn't a superstar we were talking about. Still only goals scored, and this guy is putting on an offensive clinic so far. TBH Silence trying desperately to get it past, but W Royal not going to be able to get the hit. Instead, DBG, who's taken ice now, along with Dark Clip. That's that weird second line. They are running 3 lines so far, the Alberta Stallions, and it's working out nicely as Teamo, wide open shot. There's the post abuse. There's the goal. Individual brilliance will save the Chiefs from a 1-0 loss.
He takes it as the advantage and really comes back from that really bad whiff from about a period and a half earlier and really proves himself with a 1-1 game. It's really close, and both defenses have pretty much acted the exact same, but I feel like Chilliwack has the edge on D, while Alberta definitely has been smothering that Chilliwack defense.
And Preynex is a prophet. Exactly what he said. Stop taking dumb P3s from the blue line. The moment you stop, guess what happens? It's an easy post abuse into an easy goal. This game is tied. The Alberta system, they will let those 1v1 opportunities, they will say Floppy is better. This time, though, Floppy is not. And now Teamo, they wants to do it again. Floppy needs to get a hit away, almost gets beaten out, but that one's going to go wide. Here's the pullback, but Floppy is there just in time. Teamo had the widest open net. If Floppy doesn't come careening in from the side, and DBG is going to pick it up the pieces, sending it forward for Dark Clip, but they can't get a hit on it. Now Bensky Foot has some time and some space to work with. DBG instead hitting it away, hitting it down once, hitting it down twice. DBG might try to take the shot there, but Bensky Foot reads it like a book. The crouch will prevent Dragon Ball Z from having to do too much work. The shots are tied up. The goals are tied up. It's an even game, and Chilliwack, they're trying to extend that goal.
Yeah, before I say anything, I do have to address the elephant in the room. 6-7, ha 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 ha. And then after that, right now, I feel like after that goal, it's a shock to Alberta. They really want to get that offense out. But remember, defense is key. And look right here. Nice chance to pull back by Spliced Prime.
And it feels like it's been so long since we've seen a really quality Alberta shot. They've been kind of coasting on their laurels. As W Royal proves me wrong, sends a bit of a heater down, but Dragon Ball Z going to pick that one up. Still, the goals are not flying. The shots are not flying. And the opportunities, they're looking a little bit sparse. Chilliwack really locking down, showing why their defense is considered one of the best in the league. W Royal sending it forward, but Splice Prime going to grab it instead. Splice Prime working it forward, but Barrett Family 4 just going to take it right back. Now Barrett Family 4 trying to pull out all the tech to get Splice Prime off there, but it's going to work out. But that puck goes into wide open ice, and Alberta going to get there first. 2 minutes left of the period. Dragon Ball Z! It's a absolute beautiful save. And Splice Prime might try to find the rebound. The slot pass was beautiful, but Splice Prime not where you want him to be. Now TBH Silence has some space to work with in the corner, sending it forward, but that one is so easy for Floppy to pick up. Goalies making beautiful saves, and Dragon Ball looking clutch as ever. TBH Silence has some space, but can't find the shot to go with it. It's going to get cleared out just in time, and Alberta Stallions, they have had so many chances to make something happen, but it's been time and time again. Here comes Teamo one more time. Nate Terpesta has to find the defense. Can't beat him. Can't beat them both, but Teamo says, I'll beat them all if it means I get to put the puck in the back of the net.
Hook, line, and sinker. What a shot, and a TO from Alberta, because it's just a shock to that. We'll get a nice shot from Teamo, and he's really proven himself. I think that mental hit earlier really told him to prove that he's better, and he did. And also, before I do anything else, I'm going to head out for a bit because my team is up 2-0 in Game 5 of a final, so I'm going to be right back.
You should probably go deal with that. Either way, like I was trying, what I was going to say is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That is the exact same shot that scored Teamo the first goal, and Teamo is going to do it one more time. Hit the post, send it back. Floppy can't get there in time. DBG can't get there in time, and you can see the line stack going to come out in full force for the Alberta team. They wanted full stam. Oh, DBG rips a huge shot. Can't find anything. Splice Prime still has opportunity. Not crouched in time, though, and Teamo just wants to get it past both of them. Bensky is going to be watching that slot pass. Splice Prime almost finds one, but tries to take it past. Now they're back in the corner trying to find the slot pass, but with 1 minute left, they need to find this tying goal, and they need to find it now because the Chilliwack Chiefs will not give you opportunities like that very often. Teamo almost gets it going, but Spliced Prime steals it right back, sending it forward, but you just gave up possession of the puck, and look at the time wasting coming out from Teamo, taking it all the way behind the goal. There's the pullback as well. Teamo is doing it all right now, and Spliced Prime trying their best. 3 players out on the ice. W Royal, DBG, Spliced Prime, all working in tandem to try to find a goal, but the time wasting from Teamo has been so effective. Spliced Prime trying to do something, but nothing can happen.
Just fantastic. Like, you never see skill off a JBHL like that. He is a special player. Absolutely, just running rings around this Alberta team.
I know. DBG, Spliced Prime. They can't win the face-off.
Come on.
Are you going to keep talking over me, my big man?
Sorry.
Jesus. Spliced Prime working with it, and they're not going to find anything off of it. 10 seconds left. Another shot bounces. Oh, my God, Barrett. Oh, my God, he's going to do it. Oh, Barrett Family 4 just styles on him, embarrasses him, and Alberta Stallions, they're going to walk back to the locker room hanging their heads in shame.
Oh, it's just beautiful. Like, I've been seeing him do it all season. Didn't know he was going to pull it off in a game, but it just brings a tear to my eye.
He had one opportunity. He messed it up. He said, screw it, I'll do it twice. And he did it twice, and it worked. That's been the story. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, Chilliwack Chiefs, they don't got to fix nothing going into game 2. They've been looking phenomenal after that first period. And DBGW Royal, there's no hope. Floppy back in net to at least stop TBH Silence from getting a cheeky face-off goal. TBH Silence takes it, can't find the shot. It won't matter. No shot, no goal, no game. And the Chilliwack Chiefs will take game 1 of the JBHL Season 20 Finals. We'll see you very, very soon.
Yeah, my fault for talking over you, big dog.
Yeah, thank you. Can they still hear our voices? JBHL, it's time to do it one more time. Game 2 of the Season 20 finals kicking off. We're live on the Junior Blocky Hockey Sports Network. I'm joined once again by Pranex, by Zombie Magikarp, and I want to send it over to Zombie Magikarp first and foremost. Zombie Magikarp, I mean, it looked so good for Alberta starting, and then Chilliwack just took over. What do you think Alberta needs to do to reset and rethink their game plan going into game 2?
They just need to handle all of, like, the mechie / veteran players like Shark and Barrett, because you're letting them 1v1 your goalie that's really aggressive, and they're just post abusing on him, and that's just a chemical reaction of disaster. It's gonna lead to goal.
Yeah, and Pranex, we talk a lot about the 1v1s. This has been such a critical talking point that Chilliwack, they're getting these 1v1s. If you're an Alberta defender, do you start thinking more like, okay, maybe we slow down on the offense, lock down on defense, and then try to maybe counterattack? Is that something that you could do to rethink your strategy going into game 2?
Yeah, honestly, if I was an Alberta defender, I'd be sitting back just a little bit more. CWC are getting a lot of breakaways. And it's almost like every single time they touch the ice, it's a 2-on-1. If the forwards just sit back just a little bit, they will lock down. You know?
Yeah, and Zombie, I want to talk about goalie play because it feels like what was intended to be like the big goalie matchup. This is where the goalies are really going to eat. It feels like the goalies have been kind of quiet. Floppy made a couple of good saves, but kind of started to get beat on those 1v1s, especially on those post abuses. What do you think the goalies need to do to really make their presence felt a lot stronger throughout the series?
Well, mostly for Floppy, he needs to react fast to the post abuses, and just unfortunately that he's pushing out so far that even if he reacts a slight bit late, it's gonna get a goal every time.
And Pranex, we like to talk a lot about the fact that the finals is a 5-game series. There's no other series like it in the JBHL and blocky hockey. Only the finals goes 5 games. That kind of space, that kind of time, do you think that works in players' favor, or do you think it makes them more stressed? It puts more pressure on them?
I think it's a mix of both. You know, if the games are stretched out, you're able to evaluate, you're able to see what you did wrong and how you can fix it. But also, the pressure and excitement building up to that game sometimes gets in new players' heads, especially in the JBHL, where players, if you're a new player, you've never experienced something like this before. You're nervous, you're excited, but you're just, you have to get out there and play, you know?
Yeah, and Zombie Magikarp, we like to talk about the JBHL being a star-run league. This is really where the stars shine brightest. And I feel like the star that shined brightest in Game 1 was Teamo. That is Shark for people who don't know. Teamo looking absolutely dominant. What player do you expect to take over and dominate in Game 2?
It's either just going to be Shark again, or Floppy is just going to lock in, and he's going to outshine everyone.
Outshine is correct, but as the time ticks down, that means predictions have to come through. Pranex, what do you expect to happen in Game 2?
I'd say Alberta takes us 2-0.
Bold prediction. I am going to stick with the Chilliwack Chiefs. I think they're going to take this 3-1 one more time. Zombie Magikarp, what do you got?
I think it's going to be Chilliwack 1-0 in overtime.
Jeez.
It's a bold prediction from all sides of the desk, but only one thing can be asked to solve this conundrum, and that's some gameplay. Alberta Stallions down 0-1 in this series, and Chilliwack, well, they're sitting pretty right now. It's TBH Silence in the red, Spliced Prime in the red, but a little bit darker. Face off coming to a head, and TBH Silence trying to start off early, but the face-offs have not been where goals are scored. It's when the hockey breaks down and we get right back into the swing of things. Already line changes being made for Alberta Stallions. It's W. Royal teaming with Spliced Prime instead of Spliced Prime's traditional partner, Kizzy. It may be that Alberta is trying to condense their lines. They were playing that 3-line strategy in game number 1. Didn't work out for them late, especially defensively. They might be trying to do a little bit better as W Royal going to take a little bit more defensive posturing to stop Barrett Family 4 from finding a free shot, as W Royal going to take it all the way up to Splice Prime. Now Splice Prime on the boards, trying to work it forward, trying to find a shot, but Dragon Ball Z just jumps out and hits that one away. Makes it very hard for Splice Prime to get work done. Instead takes it, pull back. There's one, but can't find the second, and Barrett Family 4 going to eat that one. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dragon Ball Z wants to get in on the feasting as well. Barrett Family 4 still with time on the puck. It's Spliced Prime going to hit it away finally. Going to take it, trying to send it up to the middle ice, but Spliced Prime can't find anything. And the Alberta Stallions defense, it's looking like an exercise in futility. Go for it, Brandex. You're my color.
I have no clue what to say. This has been a very slow start to a game. No shots being taken. Just pullbacks. But the Chiefs have been locked down in their half, just finally getting out. And then they just go back.
0 shots on both sides, but there's the star of game number 1 finally back out on ice, playing against that second line. It might be exactly what they're looking for. As W Royal still on that ice, but Teamo is okay. You know what? I can't call it time wasting this time, but they just take it all the way around. Maybe they just wanted to see the ice, take a tour a little bit, check for bad spots. Who knows? Yeah. DBG still with the puck, trying to get it past one, but Teamo's so happy to hit that one back and as Bensky sends it forward. Once again, Teamo, such a puck-dominant player, as DBG, again, is going to play nice play on the board, trying to find a shot as well, but Penske Foot is playing phenomenal defense so far, just reading these DBG shots every single time, and it feels like with these two players on top of him, DBG, normally such a confident goal scorer, can get nothing done. Dark Clip on the other side has been quiet. Dark Clip hasn't found much action, not much touches, and not much defensive presence either, but they're going to be playing very far back as DBG finds a miracle shot. That one almost could have gone in, but it just barely bumps off of Dragon Ball Z, and the glove is going to be found as a result. Dark Clip trying to work it forward for DBG one more time, but Teamo again on that puck. DBG going to grab it away, tries to find the shot, but there's the whiff. And here comes the Chili Whack Chiefs working with a full bed of stam and a full bed of players.
In news coming from the NAMHL region, the FWJ have completed the reverse sweep. They have just won the NAMHL finals.
Are
3-2.
The reverse sweep? That is, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know, that's the second series in these finals bracket that has gone to Game 5. The BHL finals that were won by the Boston Grizzlies, that also went to Game 5. NAMHL, that goes to Game 5. JBHL might be the star in the rough as TBH Silence tries to find a free one, but that one's going to get hit down by Floppy. Dragon Ball Z just going to take some time with that puck. Slice Prime is going to take all the time in the world. Barrett Family Forward trying desperately to get it out of their zone, but Splice Prime is so interested and in it. Barrett Family 4 once again finally going to grab control over that puck. There's the pullback, tries to send it forward, but Splice Prime sends it into the middle of the ice, but once again, the player is not there. Nate Terpesta, that might be the most defensive player on this roster, and that means when those slot passes come through, there is nothing to be found. Splice Prime with some control of the puck, but TBH Silence takes it away. Wide open shot, tries to fake out Floppy by shooting it wide, but that shot goes way too wide, fakes himself out, and that shot will go nowhere near the goal. Nate Terpesta trying to work it forward, but now Bensky Foot with control of the puck. First period, 1 minute left. It's been quiet so far. 4 shots in total for both teams and not many opportunities outside of that. Teamo trying to turn that around, but DBG and Teamo, it's been battled to a standstill for the most part. The battle of these two strong players, it's not been going either way. Instead, DBG is trying to make that fact turn, but Bensky Foot again, the perfect crouches in the perfect places. This guy has eyes in the back of his head. He's going to be called on one more time as DBG takes a big shot. It's off the post, wide open opportunity, but Dragon Ball Z gets there in time. It's too far away as another shot comes through. DBG he misses the pullback, and that is going to be, I think, the best and last opportunity to make something happen. Going to disapparate for the period. DBG trying to make something spicy in the back half, but it's been the misses on the tech that has been costing the Alberta Stallions. It will be 0-0 heading into the break, and there doesn't seem to be a clear stance on who is doing better. Joined back on the desk, Zombie Magikarp. 2 teams, They look super evenly matched. Who do you think has the advantage, and who do you think is going to have the momentum going into the second?
I actually think it's going to be Chilliwack because not only is Shark or Teamo dominating DBG and all the Stallions star players, Binsky is just locking them down as well in their own zone.
And Pranex, we talk about historically Chilliwack. They like to take a little bit of time to get heated. I mean, game one, they were looking kind of dead in the first period, and then they still slowly started heating up. Do you expect the same thing to start happening in game two?
Yeah, I believe if I was a Chilliwack player, the first period is like a chess match. Some people may call it slow, some people may call it boring, but I believe they're just playing their time. They're just seeing how can we beat this Alberta team? What are they doing wrong? What mistakes are being made? I think they're going to strike in this second period, and I wouldn't be surprised if this goes 2-0 Chiefs.
That's our referee right there that you're watching, getting some work done. Dremming's doing double duty tonight, and we got to give him all the credit in the world for that.
King.
Zombie Magikarp. We've got 30 seconds left before the second period kicks off. Do you want to amend your prediction going into this game? Are you still confident in what you said before the first period happened?
Oh, yes, 100%. I think both teams are going to – I think Alberta's going to lock in the second period. I think that is going to be a really dumb post abuse on Floppy.
That might be the opportunity that makes the cows come home to – what's the word? I don't know. I was going to say roost, but I don't think cows roost. Either way, second period kicking off in no time. It means that for the Alberta Stallions, a chance to redeem themselves after a disappointing game one. And for Chilliwack Chiefs, they want to end this in 3, make it short, make it snappy. Don't even play on day number 2. TBH Silence staring down W Royal in the face-off circle. It's been the line changes coming out, and line changes once again as W Royal is going to be paired with Nate Terpesta this time. I had the chance to talk to some of these players before the match started, and they were telling me that this line right here, the W Royal Nate Terpesta line, this is a line they're very confident in. They love to play together. These two players are absolutely, a match made in heaven, they say. But right now, that match made in heaven has not been making anything whatsoever. If you're talking about shots and goals, Nate Terpesta hasn't been playing a lot of blocky hockey. The last time we saw him in week 4 of the regular season, finally coming back after a very long break. Not a single game logged in the playoffs so far. W Royal now with some space, but gets beaten out by both of those players. TBH Silence and Barrett Family 4 combining to get the shutdown. W Royal trying to turn it around, but Barrett Family 4 going to pick it up, and now that's a nice crouch from Nate Terpesta to at least stop the initial momentum, but Barrett Family 4 going to grab it right back, going to take a shot, but Floppy more than happy to nail down those long blue line shots. No, the shot going to come through, but that angle is not beneficial to anybody involved. Barrett Family 4 can't make that one happen, and now here comes Nate Terpesta working it down. Teamo is going to have to come in and intercept. It's going to be a nice mission. Complete head back to HQ. Teamo now with the puck, now with the ball in their court, going to beat out Spliced Prime at least once, but Spliced Prime on the back check is going to be very successful. Now here comes Spliced. Going to have to beat out Bensky, looking for the pass. There it goes, but Kissington is just not there to receive it. It's a play that they've run so many times, and every single time it has not worked out. I don't think I've seen a single instance of the Kissington Spliced Prime duo actually making something happen. This second period has been silent so far, but Chilliwack, they've been looking so much better.
Yeah, just smothering defense and just you can't stop them. Once they get in their groove, they're a serious team. Just fantastic. I'd like to commend Angry Ginger Boy from taking this team from absolute fucking scraps to being competing for a cup here. It's fantastic.
And I mean, you have to give credit because it's just playing the fundamentals. You are good players. If you just play the fundamentals, you're going to win every day of the week. And guess what? Guess who's winning every day of the week? As Floppy is forced to glove down that slot pass, it's Chilliwack who's getting the majority of the work done. You got to give some credit to Alberta, though. The defensive play has at least managed to create some results. The 1v1s blatantly have not been so obvious, at least in this game, but it also means their offense has been looking dead in the waters. DBG trying to turn it around, trying to make some individual brilliance of their own, but that's just not going to work when you've got Dragon Ball Z hitting gloves like that. Are you kidding me? That man's hitting it nasty style. DBG trying to turn it around, send it up for Dark Clip, but Dark Clip is not going to get anything to go with it. Finally going to grab that puck one more time, and Barrett Family 4 so happy to beat them out in the corner. And now here comes the Chilliwack Chiefs working it forward. It's TBH Silence trying to turn it around and find Barrett Family 4 in the slot maybe, but TBH Silence is known to take those pucks all by themselves. Not if Dark Clip has anything to say about it, and they do. Stealing it out of the puck almost goes into the net, but Dragon Ball Z is going to turn it around on a dime. This Dragon Ball Z goalie choice has turned out fantastic. No choke issues. DBG tries to do it, but Dragon Ball Z will not let these blue line shots pass time and time again. Here comes TBH Silence trying to go on the other side, but the goalie work has been phenomenal for Dragon Ball Z in these last couple of minutes.
Just, I don't even know what to say. I'm lost for words watching Dragon Ball Z, and that I know it must have been a really tough decision to take Moneyman out of nets, but I'm sure it was worth it. I'm sure Ginger is smiling to himself with this decision.
Yeah, and we both know how clutch Big Money Man can be, but unfortunately, under pressure, it's just been the collapse time and time again. Dragon Ball Z will not fold so easily, it seems. Now with 1 minute left in the second, still 2 goals scored, but it feels like a matter of time before that dam is broken. One of these teams has to give, and right now it feels like Chilliwack Chiefs won't, as the penalty gets called, but this time it's on the away team. It looks like Alberta might take an early trip to the box.
I think it might be calling the wrong team. I'm not too sure. Can we get some insight?
Drummings, our referee and our streamer, working on it right now, and it will be Chilliwack who will gain the power play. Alberta will be taken to the box, and you can see the big man sitting inside there. W. Royal is going to be costing them, and Bensky foot and spliced Prime. They're going to be facing off in that face-off circle. Oh, huge save. Splice Prime wide open. Real estate. All the time in the world. Post abuse. Can he find the finisher? No, it's not far enough. Spliced Prime, a huge opportunity thrown away. There's the comeback. Spliced Prime. Are you kidding me? You're ridiculous.
It's a great goal. You just can't let him get to a spot. That's his signature. The double pullback. I've told these before the game. Don't let him get to a spot. They just let him get to a spot, and then they have to learn the hard way. He is that guy. That's why he's an MVP candidate.
He's ridiculous. Spliced Prime chokes the first opportunity, arguably the better opportunity. He had wide open real estate, all the time in the world to work with. He messes it up. He gets a double pullback into the tap in. Dragon Ball Z gets juked out of his socks, and it's Alberta Stallions. When we thought the Chilliwack Chiefs were going to take this game, it's not going to happen. It's not, because Spliced Prime is brilliant. On a power play too, Praynex, on a power play.
Yeah. This man is a rookie. Splice Prime is a rookie, by the way. He is basically a lock for Rookie of the Year.
Dude, he's fantastic. A rookie.
Yes.
First year in this league, and he's doing stuff like that. He might just do it again. Oh, Dragon Ball Z. He's so happy that didn't have the juice on it to get into the back of the net. Spliced Prime, 2 huge opportunities, 3 huge opportunities. One of them, he turns into a goal. I guess one of them didn't even count as an opportunity. I don't even know what to say. This man has made magic on the ice, and as the second period ends, there's only one name that's going through my head, one name that's echoing through the heads of the fans. We already know who that is. Back up on the desk, Zombie Magikarp. I mean, we thought that this was going to be another boring second period. What happened to turn it around besides, the brilliance of Spliced Prime?
I think just Chilliwack just got in their head and saying, this team's easy, we can beat them, and then they just overshot it. And now Alberta's up 1-0.
And Praynex, I mean, we know that you are, maybe a closeted Chilliwack Chiefs fan here, but I did want to ask a little bit about the defensive side of things. I know they've been looking pretty locked down so far. Are those situations where you just have to say it's going to happen, you let it go, or are those situations where you have to seriously take a look at the scheme you're running?
Look, I think the scheme's fine. I think it's just a good play by Alberta here. This is really reminding me of their semi-finals versus the Myers. They lost the first game, but then they're gonna claw their way back into this game. They will claw their way back. They will scratch and bite to get back into this.
And Zombie Magikarp, not to, reopen old wounds, but a thing or two about getting scratched and clawed on. If you're the Chilliwack Chiefs and you're looking at the game right now, are you starting to get a little bit panicked, a little bit terrified about the possibility of Alberta turning this series around?
If I would, but I don't think they should be. This Alberta Stallions team, they're human, just like they are. And basically, they can just beat them. Simple as that.
It was the same story in the last game, a 1-0 lead heading into the third period, and the third period was where the Chilliwack Chiefs put on their chef's hats and got to cooking. Will it be the same story in game number 2? We don't know. We can only tell once the puck is dropped and ice time gets to be having. DBG and TBH Silence going to start off. It's the line stack immediately from Alberta Stallions. This is a bold play from the Alberta Stallions. It looks like they want to cement their lead very early with some early pressure going down early. I said early 3 times in one sentence. What can I say? I might be the GOAT. DBG, though, he might be the GOAT in his own right, but Barrett Family 4 super happy to hit that one back down. DBG going to take it one more time. Spice Prime waiting for that pass to happen, but the 1v1s have not come through for DBG quite so frequently. These individual moments of brilliance not being happening, and here comes TBH Silence on the other side. Post abuse. Floppy, are you fast enough? You are. Floppy is given all the time and space in the world to come back, hit that one away, and the post abuse will not come up successful this time. But don't worry, there will be many more opportunities when you see a more aggressive Alberta Stallions out on the ice. Spice Prime and DBG combining to get this puck forward. It's going to be working at least for the time being, except TBH Silence is in the mix, and they're going to be able to take that puck away very quickly. And to send a little weird pass over that Spice Prime is going to be able to pick up. Whiff going to come out instead, and Chilliwack Chiefs, they haven't really found the big opportunities they're looking for, but Alberta Stallions, this line stack has not worked out at all.
No, like, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You just bring on 2 superstars at the start of the period. I'm really not looking forward to this second line. Chiefs, they might dominate,
W Royal and Nate Terpesta are going to be the solution to this problem here. This second line, we talked about a little bit how much these two like working together. Will they find some success? Not when Nate Terpesta is played all the way back. He does not want to give up any opportunities, not against Teamo, who was looking so good in the first game. Bensky Foot going to take that puck going forward or trying to turn it around to go forward, sends it forward, but W Royal super easy for him. Just hit that one back and Teamo will gain no puck control. There's the pullback though. Nate Terpesta waiting for the first hit, and it's going to be super free for him. W Royal is going to get beaten out in the corner. Nate Terpesta gets beaten out on the boards. Here comes Teamo, wide open opportunity, but Floppy gets beaten out. It's Teamo with the pullback into the 5-hole. It's beautiful, and the puck goes straight through the legs of Floppy.
Did he just aura for? What did I just see? He just pulled it back right in front of the goal. He said, "No, you're not gloving this," and just 5-holed it straight to him. It's like just a beautiful play, but just unorthodox.
This is the thing that separates the good from the best. Teamo knows that if you hit a puck fast enough, close enough to the goalie, then the rules of P2 don't apply. It means the puck is going to go straight through the goalie's hitbox. And guess what happens? Floppy's in P2, it doesn't matter. When you send a puck rocketing forward that close to the goalie, when you give all the time and space in the world, Teamo knows exactly what needs to happen. It was the only way for him to find a goal. That puck was too close. He had no space to take it around, nowhere to find the post abuse, no other shot to take. He takes the only shot available, and he makes it look perfect. Teamo, again, is a superstar on this ice. One of the only superstars for this Chilliwack team that's actually putting in the work. They might try to do it one more time, but that one gets hit away, and the W Royal Knight Terpesta line is in shambles. The line stack didn't work. The second line didn't work. What is going to work for this Alberta Stallions team? There's only one man that's up to the challenge, and it might be big old Spliced Prime. He made beauty happen once. Can he do it again? But Barrett Family takes it away before any magic can come from the stick, as DBG and Spliced Prime both have the battle over it, but Barrett Family 4 still going to come out with it, still finds a shot. It's going to go wide, but the point is still proven. Barrett Family 4 says, take all your superstars. I'll eat them up. There is no space for you to hide. It's Spliced Prime working it forward, hitting it up. Barrett Family 4 going to try to hit it, but Spliced Prime is going to receive it. This game looks like a telltale sign for overtime. DBG, though, he wants to stop that from happening. Barrett Family 4 wants to stop that from happening. Both of these teams fighting, desperately, clawing for that goal to happen. DBG is going to steal that one away and has some time on the boards to make something happen. Both of these Chilliwack members are going to collapse, and once again, the defense from the Chilliwack Chiefs holds strong. The Alberta team is not finding any offense.
Yeah, I think they just need to pass more. Like I'm not seeing a lot of passes off this Alberta team. Like in the corner, sure, but like in open play, the defender's drifting over. The other side of the ice is wide open. They're just not passing. They're just like relying on their stars to shoot, and they just, I don't know. It's just so it's like, I've never seen this from Alberta before. They normally pass first then shoot, but today they shoot first.
I mean, you look at the first game and you saw what trying to be passed first got them. It got them a boot in the jaw. And I feel like that first game has costed them so much, so much time. Like they're just not allowed to play their game anymore because they're so terrified of these 1v1 breakout opportunities. They feel like they can't save them. And when they can't save them, they're not allowed to play their signature aggressive style that like allows that kind of passing to happen. Remember, JBHL is only a 2v2. 3v3s allow so much more space for those passing plays to work because you always have another man in the back foot. And here comes Tayama trying to do it again, but that one's going to get hit away in time. Third period coming to a close, and it has been a Chilliwack Chiefs period, at least thus far, but it will be overtime that is on the clock here. Third period, nothing can be done. Overtime in game number 2 with both teams tied at 1. Back up on the desk, and I wanted to get this directly over without any ado to Zombie Magikarp because I hear you have some intel.
Yes. Apparently, former Chiefs player Sox is warming up Big Money Man as we speak.
Oh, that could be a huge substitution if it comes through. Sox, a star on the Chilliwack Chiefs last season, and Big Money Man, that traditional goalie. If he comes in and Big Money Man is able to make that glove to work, I mean, it could be it could be lights out for the Alberta Stallions. I want to shoot it over to Prey next, though. Chilliwack Chiefs, it was their period through and through. Do you think that momentum is going to translate over to overtime?
I believe this team hardens under pressure. Sometimes teams crack. They get a bit nervous. They just play a bit shallower. They don't go up as much. I feel like this Chief team really strive under being pressured. Really strive at being underrated. Alberta were favourites coming into this. Now look at this. They're going into OT game 2, 1-up in the series. Really putting the pressure on Alberta. Saying, why aren't your stars hurting? Why is this? I've heard all this about Splice Prime. I haven't seen much out of him this game. Like,
you haven't seen much? Really? You haven't seen much out of him?
If people are saying this guy's the #1 player in the league and he's going to score 1 goal, I'm not seeing where this is going.
Well, I will say, I appreciate your take on Chilliwack harding under pressure, but I've seen the exact same thing come out from the Alberta Stallions. It feels like during overtime, they just get more clutch. It feels like DBG is that player that you look to in these overtime situations to make something happen. Zombie Magikarp, I know I've talked a little bit about your prediction 2 times thus far. I'm going to talk about it for one more time. Are you sticking with your prediction? Do you expect that your team to win?
I actually do because I think Shark's going to unlock a new level.
It is a prediction wrapped in gold for Zombie Magikarp. A Chilliwack victory, they say, is on the cards. The only question is, what do the players have to say? DBG and TBH Silence, they're having a talk about it right now as they're waiting for the puck to drop. It's DBG who's looking to get a little bit more active, switching it up, trying to make it funky, and finally they're going to be able to win a face-off off TBH Silence. Not going to get much off of it as the play breaks down, and now we're back to regularly scheduled programming. Splice Prime, nice pullback, gets hit away immediately, and Floppy is going to send that one straight to the corner. Both goalies been looking phenomenal so far. The goalie situation is still the same. Dragon Ball Z is still on the goal line. It's DBG and Splice Prime going to work it forward. Splice Prime trying to make some space for DBG, but it's not going to make anything happen. And TBH Stylian's going to grab that one right back. DBG is trying to make this individual play that they're so known for, these kind of techie moves that gets them these goals, but the techie moves have not come out so far. As Splice Prime going to hit it to the side as TBH Silence has some space to work with. Nice pullback, going to find the shot as well. TBH Silence! It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's textbook. What else can you say about it? The Chilliwack Chiefs, they'll do it dominantly, and they'll do it in clutch time. It's the Chiefs' victory for game number 2. Disaster strikes once, disaster strikes twice. Will it strike a third time? We are deep in the midst of the Season 20 JBHL Finals, and it's Chilliwack Chiefs that are up 2-0. The Alberta Stallions favorites going in, not favorites in this third game, joined once again by Praynex and Zombie Magikarp. And I want to talk to Praynex. You were telling me during the break, I told you so, I told you so. The Chilliwack Chiefs are just better. What is making this team better, not only when they're dominating, but also when they're under pressure?
I don't really know. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised. I thought they'd be losing. I don't know how they're pulling this out. Like, this is like a miracle on ice, but instead it's just JBHL being JBHL.
I guess when it's 2v2, the lovers get flipped a little bit. Zombie Magikarp, you're looking at Alberta Stallions on the other side of the ice, and you're looking at a team that looks defeated and despondent. What needs to happen, not only gameplay-wise, but mentally, to get the number 1 seed back in contention?
They need to start passing more open ice. As Fennec said, they're passing the corners, but that leads to breakaways, and that's what's giving up the goals. If they pass more on the ice to like EBG or Slice Prime, I feel like they could score because Dragon Ball Z plays really passively.
Feels like consistently Alberta Stallions are just playing the Chilliwack Chiefs game. I mean, Chilliwack, they love to run these 1v1s time and time again. I mean, these are what their players are built for, just beating other players on open ice, and it's working time and time again. The Alberta Stallions are so much more reliant on that team play to make opportunities happen, and it feels like their stars are not being given the space to get active. Praynex, let's talk about goalie play. We saw Floppy. They've been looking a little bit shaky so far, not able to stop those critical shots. But Dragon Ball Z on the other side, they've also been looking a little bit up and down.
You know, I'm just saying, you let in one goal, the whole team hates you. I feel like both goalies have been great. It's just been fantastic offensive moves from both teams. You can't stop every shot. You're not, like, you physically can't stop every shot. All right, goals are going to come in. You can't let that get to you mentally. You just have to keep on going and keep on going.
And speaking of mentality, I feel like the best person to speak on it is the BHL Cup winning goalie that's sitting on our desk, Zombie Magikarp. You know a thing or two about mentality, about coming up big in big game situations. What do these goalies and what do these players at large need to do to find their mentality to lock in and to play their best hockey?
Oh, well, it's all just really personal, but basically what I told myself during my game 5, basically we are the best team, and let's prove it. That's basically what I said, and we won.
I mean, make it look simple, make it look easy. I'm sure it's not for these players when you're in the moment, Zombie Magikarp. Pranex, we've still got a lot of time to work with, so I wanted to kind of nail back down into the nitty-gritty of how these players are playing, specifically about these star players. You talked about Splice Prime not looking like the star, but I want to talk about another player that's not been coming up to standard. DBG has not found an ounce of impact so far. What's going on?
I just, I told them the week before this game was scheduled, work on your corner moves. You really need to, and I think they listened to me, and thank God they did. They have been locking down on corners. Not many options have come out of it. I don't think a single goal has come out of corners. Bar that one goal in game 1. I think that game 1 goal already slapped them. They wake them up. They just start slow, and then they just keep on ramping and ramping and ramping. I feel like they're unstoppable.
I mean, DBG, he was our number scorer heading into these finals. Throughout 2 games, he hasn't found a puck in the back of the net. Pre-game coming to an end, Zombie Magikarp, 2 teams, one of them is up 2-0. Do you think this series is going to end right here, right now, or do you think we go game 4?
I think it's going to be over now, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes game 4.
Pranex, on the other side, you've been saying Chilliwack all day. Are you going to stick with that prediction?
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go, Chilliwack.
Hey, I respect the effort, and honestly, you know what? I'll take the contrarian position. We're going game 4. We're going to Monday. This series will not end today. The Alberta Stallions will take it, but the Alberta Stallions, they might need a miracle on ice to bring this one back in their own court, in their own favor here at least. They've been finding early advantages, but the early advantages have not turned into anything, not when you have star after star just rolling at you. TBH Silence, then Barrett, then Teamo, then whatever else they have in the back line. It's actually just unrelenting pressure from the Chilliwack Chiefs as TBH Silence going to win that face-off one more time. I'm trying to look at the goalie name because they keep freaking crouching. I can't tell, but it looks like Dragon Ball Z will be taking the ice for game 3. It's Big Money Man going to be sitting in the back, though, just in case the Dragon Ball Z can't get the job done. I don't expect they will have a problem with it as DBG trying to make something happen here as TBH Silence again has some time to work with, but a penalty is going to get called again. Pranex, explain the penalty.
I think he hit him. Oh, it's on the wrong team. It's on the away team. God, why? I'm not putting it on the ref, but in the BHL finals, they also messed up with the teams. Like, I feel like
you are really blaming the guy who's streaming and reffing at the same time for clicking the wrong team.
No. I'm just saying
I can't believe it. Pranex hating on Dremmings. That's our boy right there in the back. Can't believe it. Barrett Family 4, though, is going to do a spliced prime, going to take that face off, running it down. You can see the grouping as Alberta Stallions desperately, hey, that's my puck. I want that puck back. And they're going to waste so much time. Half of their power play already gone. Here comes DBG trying to work it up. They've got to pass. They're not going to take it. It almost made it through, too, but that one is going to go off the post. And that will be their power play done. Barrett Family 4 more than happy to waste all that time. DBG plays it selfishly. He might regret it come down the stretch as DBG in the corner. This is where DBG loves to be, trying to make the corner moves happen, but Barrett Family 4 just steals it away. So happy to take it, and Splice Prime has to play defense on the other side. Splice Prime is going to try to work it up the boards to get the offense rolling, but offense is not going very strong. Splice Prime gets it past both members. Oh my God, Splice Prime just walks it through the whole team.
Just tell him he's going to score. Like, when he gets past that second defender, there's little to nothing you can do. It's really just inevitable he's going to score. And I know I'm switching up a lot, but
I was
That's
about
just how
to say.
JBHL is. That's fair.
Frey next, so critical of Spliced Prime, and Spliced Prime, he might have heard you, buddy, because he is looking locked.
He's done nothing so far. He needs to get
He scored 2 goals. What are you talking about? Done nothing. He scored.
but points don't matter if you lose. As he said to me, points don't matter if you lose.
Oh, that's a good quote. Never mind. Again, Prey next mogs me. I don't know how he keeps doing it. Spliced Prime is God, though, and Teamo, they might be God on the other side of the ice. I mean, they've been scoring a lot of goals. Clutch goal in the first game was scored by TBH Silence, but Teamo, they want a goal of their own. They've already found 2, if not 3. I can't even remember. Teamo scored so much. This guy is a monster. Trying to get it into the middle of the ice, but that one's not going to go. Splice Prime, super happy to battle in the corner. We love corner, says Alberta Stallions, and the corner is where we love to live. They've got the advantage so far, but we know how much these advantages have meant for this team. A bucket of COD, and by COD, I mean nothing. There's nothing that these advantages have been giving the Alberta Stallions. As the Chilliwack offense, they find a way to break through one time or another. Dragon Ball Z finally going to find a nice save, hits it right back, gets that puck right back into the action. And here comes Teamo trying to beat out W Royal, but W Royal going to hit that one right back, sends it forward, and now W Royal has some space to work with. Dragon Ball Z pinches on the corner, not going to let that one through. TBH Silence pull back, gets it past W Royal, now working it up the boards. Here comes Royal. Going to be able to play some nice defense and just takes it all the way around. And TBH Silence knows exactly where that puck is going. But the turnaround from W Royal is going to grant the space as DBG now in a 1v1 situation. His Barrett Family 4 going to win that one clean. DBG trying to do it once again, but Barrett Family 4 again is going to grab possession of that puck, sending it forward. But Dark Clip is on the 1v1 and TBH Silence is going to be able to win that one out. Not cleanly though, as Dark Clip is able to get the back check to make sure that that offense does not come through. 0 shots so far for Chilliwack Chiefs. I would say that this is looking poor for the Chilliwack Chiefs, but I feel like we've seen this story before, Pradex.
Yeah, they will come back. I'm just going to call it now. It's going to end up 2-1 Chilliwack Chiefs.
It's a bold call from Pranex, but as much as I want to doubt, I feel like Pranex has been so right so far in this series. Chilliwack Chiefs, they were the 2nd seed coming in. They were the underdogs coming in. People were saying Alberta, Alberta, Alberta. It was their cup to lose, and it looks like they are in the process of losing it. TBH Silence finding a nice pullback, but DBG is going to read it. Now DBG has some space to work with, gets it past 1, gets it past 2, but Dragon Ball Z is going to clean up on the back end, not letting a goal through. TBH Silence now with the puck once again on the boards once again, but DBG is willing to grab it once again, trying to get it into the middle, but the corner, it moves that DBG preys on. Again, like Pranex said, it's just not working like DBG wants them to work. TBH Silence desperately trying to grab his puck back, but DBG is still being able to grab control of that puck, at least wasting time. Oh, DBG almost makes something happen. It got so scary, but I think Bensky got in the middle of it, and everybody gets jump faked right there. Bensky Foot will clean it up and grab that puck. Bensky Foot has been... Man, Bensky Foot, we have to talk about this guy. He might be the most underrated player on this Chilliwack roster. For a team that is so filled of these offensive powerhouses, man, it feels like Bensky Foot just ties the whole roster together. A beautiful, amazing positional defender. So smart, so everywhere whenever you need him to be. He might not score you goals, but goddamn, is he going to make it hard for you to score your own goals?
Yeah, defense wins you championships, as they say, and certainly it has been paying off.
Spliced Prime now is going to take a very wide shot. It's going to go past Dragon Ball Z, but it wasn't going to be a goal anyway, so Dragon Ball not even going to sweat it. As the first period going to come to a close, and there's only one team with the lead. It's Alberta Stallions, but it feels like an uneasy truce. Back on the desk, and Zombie Magikarp, Alberta Stallions, sneakily looking a little bit better. How do you if you're in the Alberta camp, how do you keep that momentum and how do you make it last?
I just think keep doing what you're doing. Follow the basics and just basically do what you've been doing when you score that goal, because it's obviously working.
Okay. Pranex, I want you to hit a little bit of a counter here. Zombie Magikarp says keep doing what you're doing, but we saw what keep doing what you're doing netted the Alberta Stallions in Game 1 and Game 2. Do you think that a change needs to be made, or are you going to stay with Zombie Magikarp's advice?
I feel like there's nothing you can do. The Chiefs are inevitable. It's going to happen to you.
Okay, so much there.
Oh my
I'm saying,
God.
I know how to read a pattern, man. I know how to read a pattern.
Freynex
Game 1,
is
game 2.
calling it
gonna
here,
happen.
folks. I have never seen an analyst with such confidence on my desk before and be so right so consistently.
I'm
Zombie
gambling
Magikarp,
on my aura.
you
Do
really
not
are.
have aura.
If Chilliwack wins this game, I'm actually going to have to grant that maybe Preynex does have a little bit of aura. Zombie Magikarp, though, we have to talk a little bit about the goalie situation. It felt like that first shot was potentially savable for Dragon Ball Z. Do you think that that's maybe a big money man sub-in potentially coming in later in this game?
No, I don't think so. Just because of how well Dragon Ball Z has been doing throughout the series and leading them to wins, I don't think he's going to come out anytime soon.
I mean, Zombie Magikarp calls it, and it's hard not to disagree. Dragon Ball Z's been consistent so far. It's been working so far, and the Chilliwack Chiefs, they are hungry. It feels like the Alberta Stallions, I keep saying, like, they have this 1-0 lead. They should be feeling confident, but you know what confidence brings you, and it's been pain and destruction for the Alberta Stallions franchise, at least so far in this finals. Game number 3, they need to turn it around. They need to turn it around now, because now is their last chance to make it happen. Period 2 commencing. It's going to be DBG and TBH Silence, and TBH Silence wins it once again. He's winning face-off after face-off. Not that they really amount to much, but still, the stats don't lie. DBG trying to work it forward, but Dragon Ball Z super happy to grab that one, take it down the other side, send it off to their own players. Is Barrett Family 4 going to pick it up once again? We haven't been seeing a lot from Barrett Family 4, a quiet player, but it's still not going to matter. Barrett Family 4 more than happy to play solid defense, be the passing option up to TBH Silence as that pass falls a little bit short for the shot to ring out. It will not happen. TBH Silence, though, still trying to find that offense. Barrett Family 4 more than happy to stay back on defense. Both of these members grouping up for at least a second, but they realize their mistake and immediately take it right back out. Now DBG has to play a little bit of defense. It's a nice crouch and sends TBH Silence right back to the corner. Going to take another shot out of it as the line change going to comes out, and it comes out beautifully. DBG pull back once, tries to hit another pullback, but DBG instead just runs to the bench instead. Early line changes coming out from these players. A Splice Prime going to take another shot, but that one gets crouched away by Barrett Family 4. W Royal trying to find some offense. He found a goal in that first game, but that goal hasn't made much of a difference in the momentum of these Chiefs. They still haven't found a shot, though, and that's the big problem. When is it going to happen? W Royal tries to find something, but that aggression is being punished huge right now. Teamo almost makes it happen, but just not fast enough to find the breakaway, and that getting that close to the net, that could be serious dangers. Teamo tries to take it all the way around, but Floppy returning to the player of old. This is the goalie that had a .938 save percentage throughout 2 playoff series. This is the game. This is the player, the goalie that's been looking shut down. This is the goalie that the Alberta Stallions need if they are going to find game 3 in their back pocket.
I don't know what to say. I'm too locked in.
You're fine. I'm totally okay. This game is more than enough entertainment to keep me locked. So I try to talk over it and focus at the same time. Bensky, Foot, and Teamo going to combine for some nice defense, but Splice Prime still has that puck on it, trying to find the slot pass, sends it forward, but it's just hits off the post instead, and it doesn't have the juice to get to DBG. DBG gets past 1, DBG gets past 2, but the puck is gloved down by Dragon Ball Z. It's a beautiful glove, and switching out goaltenders, that is not the move, not when you've got Dragon Ball Z locked like this. Teamo trying to do it on the other side, and Floppy more than happy to do it to him. Still 0 shots on the board technically. Floppy found a beautiful glove. It's not going to get counted, poor guy. His save percentage is getting shafted right now by the system. It doesn't matter. Chilliwack Chiefs are more than happy to take their opportunities where they lie. 2 minutes left in the second period. It's been a less action so far, but less action is all Alberta Stallions want to see. If less action means less goals are being scored, and less goals being scored on you. Barrett Family 4 walking it forward, and there's a wide open pass available if he wants it, but he just can't find it in time. Dark Clip is able to lock it down in the corner. Barrett Family 4 almost steals it away, but Dark Clip gets the hit just in time. DBG is watching, but on low stam, I worry about the ability of DBG to make something happen as the puck almost goes towards Dragon Ball Z's wide open weak side. It's not going to go through, but still you get a little bit worried. W Royal now back out on the ice, and Splice Prime going to join them. This is the line that they pivoted to as Splice Prime finds another huge shot from the blue line. That one finds no purchase, only finding the back of Dragon Ball Z's glove. Spliced Prime, TBH Silence both battling for this puck. It's not going to work, and Splice Prime might have a 1v1 here, but Bensky Foot not going to, sorry, Bear Family 4, I don't know what I'm saying. Bear Family 4 is not going to let that one go. Here's the real Bensky Foot. He's back out on the ice, and he's going to grab that puck instead, battling with W Royal, and it's going to go Bensky's way in that corner. Spice Prime desperately trying to find some space. It's a nice pullback. Here's the pass. W Royal wide open shot, but he can't take it in time, and Bensky Foot slides into position, smooth as anything, and that shot will go nowhere. The passing plays that Pranex spoke about, they're coming to fruition, but they're not scoring goals off of them.
Yeah, this is not the CWC I see, and I had confidence in 0 shots. This is a goal here. Oh, you just
Pranex is gambling with Aura like crazy. I've never seen a man go that hard on it. He's trying so hard here, and honestly, I respect the effort. Splice Prime going to send the pass up for W Royal. Here comes the 1v1. And just going to rip the shot. And W Royal makes it 2. Finally, it's a 2-goal lead for the Alberta Stallions. Is it enough?
Yeah, I'd say it is. I'd say that's going to game 4, bro.
Pranex, you were so confident so early.
Yeah.
What changed, man? What changed?
I didn't see they got 0 shots. I can't lie to you.
0 shots on the board is kind of a devastating scoreline to have. I can't lie. And when you're scoring from the corner of the blue line like that, I mean, that's a yikes for me, pal. I understand those shots can be tough to glove down, but it is a must glove if you're a goalie, and it's a must glove if you're Dragon Ball Z, who's been looking so fantastic so far in this series. This is the Alberta team that we were waiting for. This is the Alberta team that we wanted to see. The pass was beautiful, and W Royal was able to connect on the shot. That's exactly what we want to happen. And we're going to send up to the desk with all happy feelings in our heart. Well, all happy feelings if you're an Alberta fan. Sitting up here with Zombie Magikarp, Big Man Zombie. Alberta Stallions are finally looking like the first seed that we expect them to. Is this a third period shutdown, or do you think Chilliwack might have a little bit of sauce left?
I think they're going to get one shot off.
All right. I love the prediction there. Pranex, I think we do have to bring it up, unfortunately.
No, don't.
Beloved Chilliwack Chiefs have not found a shot. They haven't found a single shot, not a single one. That shot board reads 0. You have any advice you want to deliver to these Chiefs players?
What are you doing? First off, come on, lock in now. Like, this isn't like it's game 3 of the finals. Like, they're acting like it's like some regular season game. They don't want it enough. They're just getting absolutely dominated by a team they beat 2-0. Yeah, exactly. And then, let's go. Come on, Chiefs. We got this. Come on.
I had to say it, and the Chilliwack Chiefs are getting a little bit of hype speech from Pranex. I don't know if that energy is going to translate. Zombie Magikarp, we have to talk about that last goal. Is that a save that you need to make if you're a goalie? If you're Dragon Ball Z, are you banging yourself on the head for missing that one?
Yeah, because it's you're already down 1-0. You need a blue line P3 to make it 2-0. He's beating himself up about it, which is understandable, but you can't get in the head like that.
Can't get in the head. Mentality is king. Zombie Magikarp knows best. Before we get into this third period, any more bold predictions you want to make, Pranex? If you couldn't hear him, it was a very short and sweet nope. He's not interested in talking, and honestly, I wouldn't be either after the Chilliwack Chiefs have been playing like this. They need to find something big in this third period. TBH Silence, I mean, they're going to win the face-off. It's about expected at this point. But will it mean anything? It's going to be the pullback instead. It's a nice switch up, but it's not going to find any shot off of it. Barrett Family 4 pass not coming through like you want it to. Third period, you need 2 goals, and you need them fast, and DBG is looking to make it a 3-goal lead. That one's not going to happen. Dark Clip going to hit it right back, and now Chilliwack is just tripping over their own skates as I trip over my words. It's funny how nature mimics itself, isn't it? Dark Clip, TBH Silence battling for it. TBH Silence is going to be able to get the better end of that deal, but will it result finally in a single shot? TBH Silence trying desperately, but it just gets taken away by DBG, who's going to say another one down. Almost gets past Dragon Ball, but the flick of a century is going to stop Dragon Ball Z from being embarrassed on his weak side this time, as opposed to his strong side. Dragon Ball Z is going to stop the pullback attempt from DBG. I don't know how much that means for this player as TBH Silence works it past 1, works it past 2, not going to work it past him anymore. There's the pullback, trying to find the shot, almost
Only
makes
a
it
shot on the
happen.
board.
Floppy will
Not one.
stop it, but there is the shot. Oh, nice slap pass. Oh, Floppy! That's beautiful, man. Come on. You can't make jokes about that. Not when Floppy is saving slot passes like that.
You know what I said? They shouldn't be shooting P3s. I take back my words. Like,
Right next, you're killing me, man. It's another bold prediction from the big man, Pranex. Start shooting
No
P3s. It might
prediction.
work. It's Splice Prime. Oh, my God.
no
He
prediction.
saves.
Oh,
Oh, my God. He does it. He
No
does. Oh, my
way.
God. Oh, my God. Splice Prime. You're so fucking
What are you
ridiculous.
doing?
You're so ridiculous, Splice Prime. It's actually criminal.
Oh, fucking God.
Any more analysis you want to
no.
give beside like a depressed sigh?
I just want to cry. What is going on, lads? I told them stop letting them get to a spot, and they must have their messages off or something. Like,
Pranex might be mirroring the exact energy going on in the Chilliwack Chiefs camp right now. They were looking to clear this one out, end it 3-0 sweep, and it looks like the Alberta Stallions are not interested in letting that happen. Splice Prime says, I'm the best player in this damn league, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. There's the pass, Splice Prime. He doesn't even take the shot. He doesn't even care. He'll whiff on that all day long. He's already scored 2 this game.
Best player
Thanks, Keith.
JBHL. That's a strong.
Hey, I'm
Best
just
player
saying.
playoffs. Best player playoffs, maybe. JBHL.
He's playing nasty like. Okay, Pranex. You're not number 1.
He has 2
I
goals
know
on
I'm
your
not.
team.
I know I'm not. I don't want to be number 1.
You're number 2. Okay, don't worry.
I'll be happy with that.
Spliced Prime doing all the work right now, though. He's in finals for a reason. We are segregated here to the desk for a reason. It's because we were not good enough to be where Spliced Prime is and where Spliced Prime is
Okay, stop it.
shining. Splice Prime with another pullback. He might just find another shot. Teamo desperately trying to find the puck. The shot's going to go wide, but still it feels like the dying gasps of a dying team. DBG is going to get it taken away, and Teamo trying to turn it the other way, but Floppy, that is not going to make any heads turn. What should I don't even know what the name of that pass is. It doesn't even matter. Teamo, the shots that made them money are not going to be making them anything, and now Dark Clip is just going to rip a diabolical one from the blue line. He doesn't even care about showing this team respect anymore. 1 minute, 50 seconds left on the clock, and Alberta Stallions, they are up 3, and Chilliwack Chiefs, well, they're mirroring that. They've only found 3 shots this game. None of them have found the back of the net. TBH Silence now with some space, with some time, working at 4. Takes another shot, but Floppy just gliding over to the corner to drop that puck off in its desired location. The glove is working. The goalie is locked. It doesn't matter how much action he gets. He's ready for it when it comes. And you can hear the crowd chant. You can hear them jeer. The Chilliwack Chiefs are going to be going home with 2 games in the bag, sure, with a lead in the series, sure, but after this absolute shellacking of a game, you can't feel happy if you're in the Chilliwack Chiefs camp.
Oh, you really can't. This game is gonna be Vaudreuil to hell, I'd say. This is everything has gone wrong for this team. Their defense just collapsed. I think the mentality that the teams had coming into this is just apparent. Chiefs thought they already had it in the bag. Wait 1 sec, sorry. Alberta just wanted to win. They just seen from the start, we need to win this. Let's show them why. We are the 1 seed, apparently. But yeah, that's all I can say. Like, Poor show.
Yeah, and we talk about the Alberta Stallions wanting to win. I mean,
That's a
goal.
that's a nice goal. Oh my, okay, there it goes.
Yeah.
It got a little bit saucy towards the end,
well.
but the W Royal going to be found in old goal. Looks like W Royal wanted another goal in this series. He's going to find one, but it's going to get credited over to Tayamo. 1 goal in dead time, not going to mean much, but I was going to say, I mean, Alberta Stallions, I've heard so many of these players talk about how they need this. There's so many older players who've been playing in this league for so long. They've been cup chasing. They've been wanting this so badly for so long. And you can feel that desperation, that effort coming, exuding from this team. They want this so damn bad. And they're not going to let it tow away in 3 games. They will take it to 4. Splice, Prime, and Teamo for the last 20 seconds are going to be facing off. No goalie being pulled. No hope in it. Splice Prime is going to try to make some magic happen late, but that one's going to go bouncing off Dragon Ball Z for a late save. 10 seconds left on the clock, and Spliced Prime, the man of the hour, the man on a mission. It was Spliced Prime's day. It was Spliced Prime's game, and it's a Stallions victory 3-1. This series will not end today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 2-1. The Chilliwack Chiefs still have the lead, but the Alberta Stallions have battled back and send it to tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Monday, December 22nd. You want to watch the conclusion of this series? Well, you've got to tune in to the Junior Blocky Hockey Sports Network at 8 p.m. EST. It's starting in Chilliwack when these two teams face off for one final time, one final day. It's the last finals out of all the 3 big leagues, and it might be the most exciting of all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee and streamer tonight pulling double duty has been the ever wonderful Dremmings. This guy's an absolute machine. I've been your play-by-play. We've had Sloth on color, but it's been Preynex, the big man, on color that's been making us laugh. Zombie Magikarp on the desk providing some expert analysis. But ladies and gentlemen, don't turn off your TVs for too long. Come back tomorrow because this